Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is where we chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, Jeff Lewis Live. Y'all are already in comments. Hello over on TikTok. Thank you so much for tapping the screen already. Very much welcome on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. Y'all are already in comments about the Shaw's reboot. Oh my gosh. I definitely want to hear it all. Definitely want to hear your thoughts. Why are we not getting a Flipping Out 2.0 yet? I've got an update for y'all on Avi. We're going to talk about the 4 shows. Oh my gosh. But first, happy Mother's Day in advance. I know it's only Wednesday, but I've been telling y'all that my first college graduate is this week. And so we do fly to Georgia tomorrow for her graduation ceremonies on Friday. So I won't be here to go live with y'all. So make your lunch plans now for Thursday and Friday. I think I'll be able to join Monday, but I'll know a little bit more. So basically, the rest of the family is flying back, and then I will stay back to we're going to spend a whole long weekend, but I will stay there to help pack up her condo that we're going to be paying on for 2 more months, because that's how it goes whenever you have a lease till the end of the summer and you move back, and then drive back with her. So I think I'll be back Monday live, but make sure you're following me on YouTube, because that's where I'll put all my stories. Basically on YouTube and TikTok, if there's not where I haven't created the live, if that's not created, then I'm probably not going to go live, but I will always update you on my Instagram for sure. So, oh my gosh. Okay. But happy Mother's Day in advance, because I won't be here Friday to tell you all happy Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day. If you were lucky enough to have a great mother-in-law like I am, happy Mother's Day to your mom. If you're precious enough to still have your mom with you and in your life, then wish her a happy Mother's Day from me. All the things. Wait. Raquel, now we'll be on Jeff Lewis Live every week promoting that show so it won't get canceled. That's what I expect him doing. Are y'all talking about Shaw's already? I know y'all are always talking about it. Oh, Michael Riley would much rather see Family Karma come back. I don't doubt a Family Karma reboot could come back in a few years. Like maybe some other stuff happens. I don't know. I didn't really get into that show, but anyways, thank you, Lisa. She's saying hello to all of our beautiful chumpettes. Congratulations to my first college graduate. So exciting. Go Georgia. Go Georgia. Anyways, and wish that it doesn't rain, because it's supposed to rain. One of the ceremonies, her business school ceremony, is smaller. That's where she'll actually walk. And that is indoors, but the outside ceremony that all of the University of Georgia attends is outside in the football stadium, and it is supposed to rain. So I'm trying not to obsess over that. So anyways, but yes. So we should have a good family weekend together, right? Raquel says Family Karma was good the first season because they were still not famous. Then it all got fake. Yeah, and that's sadly what I think a lot of it does. Jordy says, no. Is this her MBA? No. So this is my daughter that just turned 21. She's actually graduating from college in 3 years, top 2% of University of Georgia, summa cum laude. Yes, I'm proud. Yes, she already has a great job offer that she accepted last summer after her paid internship. So anyways, I'm very excited. She did all that while working part-time, while being very active in her Tri Delta sorority, while having a boyfriend that goes to college in Texas. So she would fly home a lot for his stuff and his fraternity stuff. So I'm very proud. But I do have another college graduate that will happen in December, and that one is finishing her master's, and just found out today that she passed her first, what's it called? It's her CPA exam. So now there's 4 different CPA exams. So she just found out today that she passed the first one, which, I mean, both of these girls have made straight A's, even through college. The oldest made 189 like her senior year, and she didn't even argue it with the teacher. She was like, "Well, if they think I got an 89, then it's an," and I'm like, "Oh my God." Anyway, so these are two very smart. Yeah, she's moving back home, but I do think she's already met with an apartment person a few times. She's a go-getter. Can you tell? She's a go-getter. She's already met with an apartment person, so I think she will get an apartment very soon. And so, but in Houston, so very exciting. Yes, especially at Georgia. I mean, Georgia's very competitive. And in the business school, Jordy says summa cum laude is nearly impossible, so it's amazing. Yeah. Anyway, so very proud. Oh, Christina, good question, especially since news alert, I'm going to tell you about my foot surgery. Christina says, do you have to give up the closet podcast space? No, because you know what? We own this house and it's an hour a day. And, but when I have my foot surgery next Friday, yes, the brand new doctor, the orthopedic surgeon that I met with this morning, amazing. Can I just tell you, when it feels right, it is just right. Someone in my neighborhood had recommended this doctor. And I thought, oh, that's, she'd used him in October. She was very helpful, give me all this information. And I was like, oh, I don't need that. I've already got 2 podiatrists. I'm just trying to pick which type of bunion surgery I want. Because I've learned now there's a lot of different ways to do a bunion surgery. Okay. So many different ways. Anyways, I am doing a minimally invasive bunion surgery. And I can't be more excited. From the second I walked in, from the second the lady called me back yesterday to make the appointment, she was so quick, so friendly, so efficient. I got an appointment for this morning, showed up. I was like seen within like 9 minutes. The lady at the check-in was so nice, so friendly. The lady that took me back, she was super friendly. She's got plantar fasciitis also, so we chatted about that. The nurse that came in with the doctor, the hunky 6'6" dude that came and got me for my x-rays was so friendly. I mean, I'm telling you, it just feels right. Like all my anxiety, all my worries, all my insecurities about having my very first surgery all went away. They answered all my questions. Check out my Instagram and YouTube. He drew pictures that look like a wiener, but it's not. It's bunions and metatarsals and blah, blah, blah. He drew pictures. He explained everything. He talked to me about how long the recovery would be, what it would be. I can get the second surgery. I can get my right foot done. I think he said in 6 weeks. That's half the time the other 2 podiatrists were telling me. Everyone else was telling me a 3-month surgery. And he can tell. He was like, I can tell you're very energetic. You don't like to sit still. I'm like, really? Like, I just met you. He's like, oh, I can tell. I was like, oh my God. But he said, he said, the main thing is following my directions. He said, the only way we'll get off the right path from recovery is you not doing what I say to do. And I said, look, if there's one thing about me, I'm a rule follower. I said, that's why I wanted to know exactly what I'm in for. He basically said, because of the way he's putting in 5 tiny incisions, you heal a lot faster, a lot less risk of infection, a lot less pain. I can walk on the heel of my foot. So I can't obviously put pressure down where the bunion will be, my big toe, but I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, we'll see. I will take you along for the whole process. But what I'll do, instead of walking upstairs here, I'll just move my laptop downstairs and do it from there. But I'm going to have it on a Friday, May 15th. I mean, I don't know. Depends on how I feel. I could even go live that day. I don't know. I might be in some pain. We'll see if I had time to listen to Jeff Lewis. But anyways, thank you. A lot of you have given me so much information. A lot of you are dealing with foot pain. And y'all are also struggling with making the decision to have foot surgery, especially bunion surgery. So you're waiting on my experience for this. So I don't want to let you down. I want to let you know all the highs and lows and the in-betweens of everything. So I will definitely be honest with you as I am honest about everything, right? But I just want to tell you, thank you for listening to me bitch and moan the last couple of months, because it's only recently that my bunions started bothering me. And apparently when they get flamed up or flared up, they get angry. They stay angry. So apparently my left bunion is angry. I can tell you the right one is starting to get a little bit angry, and that's probably because I'm adjusting my gait and how I walk from my left bunion being angry. So anyways, I say that to say I really do appreciate y'all letting me moan about it, because it's a big deal. I've never had surgery before. So I am feeling so comfortable and so confident with this doctor. And I'll let him know. I didn't mention the other two doctors that are podiatrists, but he is a what do you call it? Orthopedic surgeon that specializes in foot and ankle surgeries. He knew all the procedures. He knew all of them. So he was telling me the best one to do for my foot, that I'm a candidate on both of them for the minimally invasive bunion surgery. He knew about the Lapiplasty. He knew about he really explained everything, which is always a sign of a good doctor. The first doctor, he was in and out. And plus the guy that took the x-rays took about, I don't even know, 8 different x-rays. I was on 2 different standing pads. He took so many x-rays. The first 2 places took like my left foot and my right foot, and we were done. I mean, maybe 3, maybe 5 x-rays. This guy took 8 to 12. I mean, so many, like put your left foot forward, your right foot forward, stand this way. I mean, so many. And also he spent probably, if I had to guess, 25 minutes in the room with his nurse explaining everything to me. So I did let him know, hey, just so you know, this has been such a better experience for me from the second I walked in, from the lady that checked me in to your nurse. I said to the x-ray guy, to you, and I really appreciated that. So anyways, let's get into it. Thank you so much. Thank you. LTD says, I'm so happy you found someone you like and are confident with. I'm going through lots of medical stuff, and it's so important. And I think when you don't know that there's a better doctor that will spend more time and make you feel comfortable and make you feel like, I could get emotional, make you feel like he cares that you're getting the right surgery. You know, I can't tell you. He sent me home with 3 pieces of information written out, because, you hear stuff at the doctor and then you forget it all. And that's the problem I was having. I was getting them mixed up, the 2 different procedures from the 2 different podiatrists, how long each one wanted me in a cast, how long each one of me wanted non-weight bearing. All those things were important. And this guy sent me home with paperwork everywhere around the office was things that said, call us here, answer here, go online if you have questions after you leave the doctor's appointment. They were very thorough about that. Like, we want you to know what to do when you leave here and you have questions. I was like, oh my God. But he also told me how to call my insurance and see if they cover the knee scooter for me. So anyways, just night and freaking day. Okay, we've got to chat all 4 of the new Bravo shows. The Avi update, Andy Cohen live. Okay. So for some reason, I thought, Avi yesterday when Sutton was on, we read it. Okay. So this is Avi's Instagram from yesterday. I saved a picture. First of all, he had 9,103 followers. He's gained almost 1,000 followers in a day, which is huge on Instagram. I could never. I would love to. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please go follow me there, because numbers really do matter. Numbers matter. If somebody sees that you have a lot of subscribers, then they will follow you. So if somebody sees that if Susan Powder saw that I had a lot of followers, she probably would have done my podcast. She probably would be doing the book club with me, and she's not. Anyway, okay. So yesterday it said, still executive property manager for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Sutton Strack, Bel Air, West Hollywood, Augusta, New York, which are all 4 of the houses that she has. Today, at 1:00 or so. What time was this? Oh, I don't have the time. Anyways, about 2 hours ago in Texas. He's got 10,000 followers. So he's gained almost 1,000 followers in a day. And now it's more simple. His Instagram profile just says executive property manager. They're still following each other. I did check. But like I said yesterday on the podcast, I am sure he got tons of DMs and it becomes like an embarrassing thing, right? Humiliation. Like, why did she say pretty much that she got rid of him? We took a different path or whatever she said yesterday. And he's still got it up there as if he has the job because, as we know, go back and listen yesterday if you need to. But Jeff and Doug were basically like, does he know you let him go? Because it still says on his Instagram. And I'm like, I know. Do I have to pay? I'm not above paying, but I wish she would have just said it costs money. Bravo and Stone said, honey, Susan would have done your podcast for $500. When I tell you, she was so sweet, so sincere when she called me, and she was so excited about doing a book club with me and participating in it. It never dawned on me to offer her $500. I can easily Venmo her $500 or Zelle. And the $500 is a flip, in my bank account. But she made it seem like she was so excited and so interested. So I think that's why my feelings are still hurt. Anyways, thank you, Heather. She says, please remember to hit the thumbs up buttons on Sweethearts. It's for our girl, Sarah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know. I thought it was a little bit shady. She was ho-humming around things, right? Louise says, I thought Sutton was nice about it with Jeff. Melissa says she didn't let him go. Well, I feel like some people know more insight. That's all I'm going to say there. I feel like some people know more than they're letting me know. Tiva Tamba says, Bravo and Stone, I bet she would do it for $50. I mean, y'all, she was so nice when she called. Anyways. Okay. Andy Cohen Live. They chatted about the Smokey Robinson of it all. So apparently more details have come out. I guess he's like in his 80s. It's kind of become our thing lately. Now that I've got my phone free to look up how old people are live, right? Smokey Robinson age. So Andy Cohen, oh my God, he's 85 years old. Good Lord, was he taking a blue pill? So apparently this all happened within like the last 15 years. The reason the lawsuit or whatever where it has the wife involved, because apparently she knew about this, she would leave and go get a manicure and pedicure. And then Smokey Robinson would call in the employees, the housekeepers, and then he would be naked and bing, ready to go, if you will. Okay, so clearly, we'll have to see how this plays out. But even Andy Cohen was like, oh my God, I'm so disappointed. Like, this is so not what I thought of Smokey Robinson. I'm like, I know, right? So we'll have to see how that one plays out for sure. Sounds a little P. Diddy-ish, if you will, right? Dumois, I don't follow her. Don't forget all the drama that happened with her and Jeff, which they seem to be good now. But Dumois apparently had a story about Andy Cohen claiming that he was a good kisser. So a caller called in and was like, so what do you think about the Dumois thing that, says you're a good kisser? And he's like, well, it's true. And I mean, y'all, John Hill, who they dated years ago, was like, it's true. It's true. And Andy was like, look, I've kissed a lot of boys. I've never had any complaints. It was really a cute part of Andy Cohen Live today. Like I could literally, and then the lady that called in was going, kiss him, kiss, like chanting for John and Andy. And I was like, oh my God. It was really cute. Oh, Raquel. Sure. Oh, wait, Ann says blue pills don't always work. Wait, I have no experience with that. Raquel says, I wonder when Shane will make a move like Avi and Shane or on once if Shane will stick around until he actually becomes Jeff's nurse. Oh, well, he already is his nurse. Good Lord. the NAD shots that we're gonna chat about, the peptides he's gonna be given, the testosterone shots that he already gives. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so gross. Melissa says another Bill Cosby without the drugging, Smokey Robinson. Were those even rumors? Like now people are, I guess after Bill Cosby, people were saying, oh, these were always rumors, things were going around. I, of course, don't live in LA. I don't hear anything. I wasn't hearing anything about Bill Cosby. But the thing is, he had such a boy next door, dad, husband, executive. I think he had his master's in like child psychology and, wrote and produced TV shows and stuff that like really uplifted African American families. It was such a downer, to say the least, to hear of the BS that Bill Cosby was doing with women just for decades, to so many women, so taking advantage of them. Matter of fact, Andy Cohen even brings him up because he was basically saying, yeah, with that guy, with him, that was like he was taking advantage of like wannabe actors and stuff. With Smokey Robinson, it's his 4 employees. Like it's really his housekeepers. You know what I mean? It was really weird. Uh-oh. AUS Fly Girl says, I don't like Shane giving injections to Jeff. Not a cool professional boundary, and he isn't medically certified in any capacity. Well, I mean, lots of people are not medically certified, and they're giving themselves their, GLP-1 medication every day, which my husband gives me the shot every day. So, if you're interested in having, somebody that's not medically certified to give you your GLP-1 medication, check out my link tree, right? I have got a link in there to save $40 for you. I am loving it. I've lost 20 pounds the last couple of weeks. I did just agree yesterday. They sent me a thing to renew my prescription on Mochi Health, the app. And I was like, okay, I'm going to actually ask to go up, because I did meet with the doctor and she said it was fine to go up, because I have kind of not stalled, but within the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm kind of going back and forth between 2 and 3 pounds. So I definitely still feel like I have some appetite suppression, but since I haven't gone up at all and I've still stayed on the lowest dose, I feel like it's time to try the next one, I think, will be 5 milligrams. So anyways, so check that out. Yeah. Tiva Tambo says, I take insulin every day. Yeah. Diabetics give injections. Yeah. I think Jeff, Shane's probably takes it very seriously. Can you imagine pissing off Jeff doing that? Oh my gosh. Louise says, I was so shocked when I found out that Arnold, our former governor, had a baby with their housekeeper at the same time Maria had their youngest son. How far apart are those 2 boys? Wow. I don't think I realized how close I knew they were somewhat, but also not that looks are everything, but have you seen Maria freaking Shriver? And have you seen the housekeeper? I'm like, dude, if he got Maria Shriver pregnant, I'm assuming that means they were doing the deed. So what's he going over to the housekeeper and getting it? And why wouldn't you wrap that sucker? And I can't believe they kept it a secret for that long. That dude, the son of Arnold Schwarzenegger and the housekeeper, he looks like his mom, which is not a great thing. And he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is very distinctive. I would say the son of that one looks more like Arnold Schwarzenegger than Patrick Schwarzenegger, because he's the son of Maria Shriver and them. Crazy. Yes. Thank you, Monica. 20 pounds. That's wonderful. Congratulations on it. Thank you. I do feel so much better. And I did go to the gym last night with my friend, thinking we were going to do a body pump with, the things that I've been not doing, which is lunges. And there was no instructor. I guess the night before, a friend of us that we saw leaving the gym told us that one of the speakers had caught on fire. So it was smoking. So anyways, it was canceled. We went and did the what do you call the bike? The bike that you just kind of it puts no pressure on your feet. So we did that, and then we looked at all these equipment like arms and back and biceps and triceps. What are they called? It's the machines at the gym that now have like this little bouncy part to them, which looks kind of fun. It's like a little bit of it has got some spice in it. Anyways, so I did verify with the doctor today that once I'm good to go, excuse me, I will be able to do workouts of my arms and upper, once I'm on a boot. So, elliptical? No. Well, the bike, is that what it's called? There's another name for it. The bike that's, you kind of sit back far on it. And we did that for an hour and just chatted the whole dang time. So it was so fun. So fun. Wait, what? Heather says he hated how messy Maria was. Oh, Maria Shriver's messy? Why do I feel like she's not messy? And his OCD was turned on by the housekeeper's cleaning. A little Mr. Clean behind the ears. Ew. Like, are you for real? Like, literally? Oh my gosh. Is that what it's called? Elliptical. What's the recumbent bike? Thank you, Deja Monet. Y'all know my brain better than I do, I think, sometimes. I haven't watched it yet. Melissa said, did Andy ask Megan anything last night regarding Jeff on Watch What Happens Live? I haven't watched it yet. And I haven't caught up with my DMs yet either because I was getting stuff done. Like I said, we fly out tomorrow. Anyways, I haven't recorded, so I haven't watched it yet. Oh, yeah. AUS Fly Girl says, Jeff is so dependent on Shane and Doug, unhealthfully so. Well, I mean, he is an employee of him, so I think that's why. Anyways, okay, Tom Brady. I saw this on TMZ, which makes sense. He said he regrets the roast that he let people do on him last year because it was so hard on his kids. So if you saw that roast, he sat there like a champ and took it. I mean, roasts are so, brutally honest is a light way of putting it, but they were so harsh. Nikki Glazer really came after him, some super funny things. But, his 3 kids are kind of older. And, it's kind of still fresh that they're going through the divorce. Now their mom is, banging the jujitsu guy and has a baby with him. I mean, it's a lot. But basically he says he thought it went great and it was all in fun. But the next few weeks, he said it was really hard on his kids. Like, they were like, why would you let people do that? Like, why would you do that if it's not an option? Like, he's got all the money in the world. He's got all the fame in the world. Like, why would he let someone do that? So, he took it like a man. He said, look, I'm a dad. I don't always make perfect decisions. And in this instance, I absolutely regret it. So it was very interesting. Okay. Let's talk all the shows that are not the Valley 2.0. And Jeff did update us on that today, which we'll talk about. Wife Swap. Okay, there's 4 shows announced by Bravo today. If you follow Bravo on Cocktails, I don't even pay, which I should, but I don't pay for their cocktail thing, which is like even more gossip in their podcast. But I already knew this just from their regular Instagram. They had alluded to a wife swap, that Real Housewives edition. So it says, when a Real Housewife takes off her stilettos and steps into a Real Housewife's shoes, all bets are off as 2 of entertainment's most iconic franchises are mashed up, leading to laugh out loud moments, personal epiphanies, and an opportunity to see if the grass is truly greener. So does that mean we're going to have like a normie and a housewife? Or does that mean we're going to have 2 housewives swap? Because I couldn't tell from that which one it was. You know what I mean? The second one, which is so dumb, why they're not calling this Shawls of Sunset 2.0. First of all, that show was on for 10 or 11 seasons. Why would you name it something different? People already know it if Shawls of Sunset. If somebody is laying under a rock and they remembered watching Shawls of Sunset 5 to 6, 7 years ago, if they see an ad for that come up, they're going to be like, oh, that's MJ, that's Reza, that's Gigi. No, the working title, they call it, is The Valley Persian Style. Like, The Valley makes me think of the new show with, Jax and them. This one is described as Reza, Gigi, and MJ, not Mike, share an unbreakable bond. one built on years of friendship, fiery clashes, and the kind of history that never fades. They also share a deep connection to their Persian culture, something that runs just as strong in the group of friends they now call family. As they take on the next stage of life in the valley, their world is bigger, their circle is stronger, and their challenges are more real than ever. As we'll see, their next chapter in life isn't quieter, it's just more complicated. Are we excited? I mean, Jeff, thank goodness, can quit lying to us. MJ can quit lying to us. Reza can stop teasing us and like basically getting on the cusp of saying that Shaws of Sunset reboot is coming back and finally tell us, because now we know from Jeff, they've already been filming. Like, I don't think the other ones are filming yet, but I'm not really sure. I know. Deja Monet. And do we really want the Valley? Like, I want aspirational. I know there's rich people in the Valley, but they make it seem like, oh, the Valley is where you go to get like more money for your house. No, I want aspirational. I want bitches like having, square footage they don't even need. I want rich. I want extravagant. I don't want like practical in the Valley. I mean, I do that in my suburb. Deja Monet says, especially when there's already a show with the Valley in the name. How many spinoffs does Bravo can milk from the Valley? Exactly. Wait, what? Which show? Michael Riley says, I pitched that show to Andy like 6 years ago. The Housewife spinoff, The Swap. Anyways, very interesting. I don't know which one he was talking about. Okay, Ladies of London is pretty much what it was. Ladies of London is back with a new wave of British bluebuds, ambitious American expats, and glamorous international socialites. As tradition classes with the fast-paced globalized world, these power players redefine what it means to be a woman of status in one of the most iconic cities in the world. Here, connections are currency, and the crown isn't the only thing up for grabs. I mean, AI could have written something much better. Okay. And last but not least, the tiniest state of all, the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I don't even know. I do know someone that lives in Rhode Island. A teacher from Rhode Island, I think. I bought it from her, the Chef Stew t-shirt one time. I think that, but other than that, I don't think I know anyone that lives in Rhode Island. Set against the shores of the ocean state, I never knew it was called that, the Real Housewives franchise expands into the world of a tight-knit circle of Rhode Islanders who have deep community roots and families that go back generations. Now that part sounds exciting. I love history. Old money. I want old money. With aspirational lives, thriving businesses, and tangled family dynamics, these decade-long friendships prove that in a state this small, there's no escaping your past or each other. Now, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want these friendships that are put together. I don't want people that are like, oh, we just met each other. You know what I mean? But I'm so disappointed at Flipping Out 2.0. And I hope they keep that name. Raquel says, Jeff is having a hard time getting a show because he can't even show Monroe on TV. So he needs other people to fill that hole of not filming with his daughter. That's true. I mean, but let me think. Which housewives really don't show their kids much at all? I think there's quite a few of them, and I don't want to see an 8.5-year-old. Like, I mean, yeah, if it was, to me, it's housewives. Like, I don't know. But yeah, for Jeff, it's like he's a single dad. There's drama there. So I do think people are going to want to see her. And we know that Gage, I don't think is going to go for that. Christina says, cool. I want to see the houses and the craftsmanship. Oh, I would love to see what Rhode Island houses look like, for sure. AUS Fly Girl says, I do like Rhode Island, but not doing reality anymore, except for the Love Hotel, Watch What Happens Live, and some vintage original New York. Yeah, I think a lot of people are out of that for sure. No freaking way. Do you really believe that? Zaza Girl says they're waiting on Jenny Poulos to accept. No way. I think she's way too, I think she would stop being a dance mom to go back on TV, but I'm just saying, I think she's way too busy as a mom for real. I don't know. Sherry says Jeff could have a whole show on YouTube of TikTok, but he thinks that's beneath him. Yeah, I don't think he's understood. But then again, the people that have started a TikTok show, Bethany Frankel, it died out. Teresa Giudice, it died out. Jill Zarin talked about doing a YouTube TV show. Who else? I mean, I'm a big fat nobody and I have great fun on YouTube, but I think they're looking for a lot more money. You know what I mean? And, I make about $20 a day on YouTube. So, it's not exactly paying my mortgage or paying a Beverly Hills type mortgage. I didn't know that. Michael Riley says Rhode Island is the jewelry capital of the world. No, meaning they make jewelry or meaning people have a lot. I would think Dubai would be. I mean, I think there's even if I were rich, I wouldn't be into jewelry. That just wouldn't be my jam. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather buy real estate if I were wanting to invest or something. I don't know. Did anyone watch What Happens Live? I feel like nobody is telling me, but maybe I just need to read my DMs and see what they're saying. I don't know. Ugh. I'm hearing that from a lot of people. Margaret says, I think I'm just over the housewives altogether. Yeah. Wait, what? Michael Riley says, yes, for manufacturing of all the Joan River stuff was made there. Oh, I don't think of that as, I mean, her stuff was costume. I don't think of that as jewelry. I mean, like, I thought you meant diamonds, and I'm trying to reread what your thing says. Anyways. Wait, is she? Well, oh, that's right. Beth, wait, what? It is? Why does she never promote it? Charlie Charles says Bethany Frankel's, I think that's why she can't, she's unblocked me now, but I think one of her people blocked me at one point because I was reviewing her awful YouTube TV show that she had remember when she was with that other guy, when she was dating that guy, he was like promoting it. Okay, I'm looking at her YouTube. How do I do this? She has 328,000 subscribers, which is actually small for her. Yeah, that's small for her. Because she can get that in a day if her videos were doing really well. 48,000 views in 1 month. Like, that's not enough financially for her. She is still doing her little 10-minute, 8-minute. Okay, she is still doing that once a week, it looks like. But I don't see her promoted on her Instagram at all. And she's got like 1 million. How many does she have on Instagram? A ton. And TikTok, you know what I mean? Bethany Frankel. I mean, she's got 3.8 million followers on TikTok. I mean, on Instagram. Like, I don't know why she wouldn't promote that TV show on there. I mean, some of the videos, but as of it took like a year to get a lot of views. Most of her stuff is getting like 29,000 which is a ton. Right? I never get that much. But I mean, I'm very small compared to her. She's freaking Bethany Frankel. So she is still doing this. She started off, they were like 10 to 15 minute, 8-minute TV shows, little long videos, if you will. So anyways, I didn't even know she was still going strong, other things. So thanks for letting me know, Charlie Charles. Y'all are so in comments today, every day, and I love it so dang much. There's over 200 of you here. I hope you've all hit the thumbs up button before you got on. I would very much appreciate it. I see lots of OGs. I see lots of new names. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've never commented, then pop that podcast cherry and get on the comments. We love to hear what you have to say. Ballet Babe, I love that name. I think it would be hysterical if Michael Dodd, with whomever his new wife is on Real Housewives of OC, Kelly Dodd would lose her mind. Oh, she absolutely would. I mean, she would literally lose her mind. Oh, Lisa says CBS Sunday Morning did a story about YouTube being the most watched channel for the last 10 years. It's the #1 place to watch and post all the content. So I will tell you, when I got started in all this stuff a couple of years ago, and I had no idea what I was doing, this girl that's very nice, I've met her a couple of times, Jenny Blaze, Her Instagram and TikTok and YouTube is all called Bravo and Blaze. Blaze, I didn't even know what this meant, but it means she little smokes a little bit. I have to be careful what I say so I don't get in trouble. Anyway, very nice. She was helping me one day with my YouTube, and or before that, and she was like, "You got to start posting on YouTube." And I'm like, "But I have no subscribers over there." And she's like, "Just start posting on YouTube." And very quickly, I got a lot of subscribers on YouTube. Now it's kind of died out over the last year, but anyways, I love YouTube. I find it very easy. I love how it just automatically goes up. So very easy. So I do think there is a lot of reasons people should be on YouTube. I just didn't even know why. Like, I promote the heck out of myself. Like, that's what takes a lot of time in what I do. Because if you don't promote things, nobody's going to know to go look it up. Nobody's going to be like, "Oh, let me go check out Sarah from Texas." No, you got to post the link and make it easy and be like, "Here, click to listen to the podcast, click to watch, click to join." Remind people, because you always have new people joining, or people don't look at your post for 3 months at a time, and then they got to realize, "Oh, that crazy girl's still going live." For sure. Charlie says Bethany is Bethany is a freaking okay financially. Charlie says Bethany is still making money with the crisscross from her Instagram without really doing anything other than reposting on YouTube. And I don't even think, like, for what I do, if I make a video, I post it on TikTok, I post it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, because you never know where it's going to go big, if it even does. You might get some traction on one place and not another. I very rarely get a video that goes viral on one place and another at the same time, even the same video, which is weird to me. But you'll see something go off on Instagram or go off on TikTok, but rarely the same time. Now, with Bethany, she could make this, and in 3 seconds, she could repost the same thing up. You know what I mean? I didn't watch, but she, Bethany's busy. She's doing things. She doesn't need all this little bit of YouTube money. Jordy says, "Did you see that Kelly Dodd was on Newsmax the other day? She was terrible. Seems they're testing her out for some commentary show." Well, and I'm sure Rick is in every meeting pitching his wife, right? Because then every time they go down to Miami or whatever, they could both film and get paid for that show. You know what I mean? Hannah says, "How did Providence, Rhode Island become the jewelry capital of the world? The first steps by Nehemiah Dodge and Jabez Gorm in the late 18th century happened outside of the jewelry district." Oh, did you Google that or AI it? Okay, I thought you were literally typing that. Jordy says, "I watch it so much. I pay for YouTube Premium just to get rid of commercials, but I don't get any extra content." Is that on Bethany? Like, I don't know. Anyways, Google it. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of commercials on YouTube, but thank you for subjecting yourself to them on my replays. Now, if you join live, you don't have to watch any commercials, right? But my replays have commercials because that's how they pay me. And honestly, it comes out to be, depending on the video, for an hour, it's usually like $16 to $35. So it's not a ton of money for an hour's worth of, chatting, but, I get my news on YouTube. It's the way to go, Raquel says. Okay. Let's chat Jeff Lewis. Oh, and we do have advice. Do y'all want to do that now? Let's do that because I forgot yesterday. Okay, Monica emailed me the other day, and she doesn't. Okay, this is the advice. By the way, if you need advice or if you have a juicy situation that you want to hear our thoughts on, email me at AskSarah, SARAH, from Texas @gmail.com. AskSarah from Texas @gmail.com. Okay. Monica says, "I live out in the country and we have neighbors all on like 5 to 10 acre lots." That's important. She likes to walk or jog, but she has a neighbor who's constantly asking to go with her, and she doesn't want her to go with her. So instead, Monica's just been not doing her walks because she doesn't want to hurt her feelings or have to go with her. And that sucks because she says, "That's messing with my exercise routine." She said, even though we live on 5 to 10 acre lots, there's no way to go without her seeing me. So she says, I would love your advice. Although doubtful, I'll take it if you tell me to tell her the truth that I want to exercise by myself. And that is from Chumpette Monica. Well, that's going to be my advice. But also, if you like, I mean, I'm sensitive, right? I'm always looking to make new friends, especially women to go on walks with or to go exercising with, right? I literally will beg people. I love doing things with friends. And I find the older I get, the busier everyone is with their kids, or maybe they've gone back to work or things, or maybe they just don't like me. What the hell? It's so hard to get people to say yes. I felt like for years I was always texting people, "Hey, do you want to go get a pedicure?" "Oh, I just got one." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I didn't get a text from you to ask if you wanted to go, or go to lunch or coffee or go to do some event." But definitely walks. I love going on walks. I love chatting. It makes everything go by so much faster. During the pandemic, everything kind of died out because I used to walk with one friend 2 to 3 days a week for an hour each. And then I had all my regulars that I would go to body pump with. And then everything just kind of changed with the pandemic, right? So I feel like I come at this with Monica from the side of the person that is going to get her feelings hurt, because I would be probably the one asking somebody to go on a walk with me. And if they were just blatant and said no. Now I have had, and I cannot think of who it was. Maybe people have just told me, but I have had people that say, "Oh, I would go on a walk with you, but like this is my time. I like to do it alone." Now, if I saw them out in the neighborhood walking with a group of 5 people every week, I'd be like, "Oh, they were just being nice to me, like they're lying to me?" But I do think there are people that like to walk alone for safety reasons, for encouragement, to keep me for the social aspects of it, the girl time. I love doing something with everything I do. I mean, I would go to Target with a friend if I could. So my advice was going to be to Monica to just be honest and say, "Look, I really like going on my walks alone, but maybe we can go get coffee one day, or maybe we can go get a pedicure one day, or maybe we can go to this theater show together." Like maybe she's asking to walk with her, but she just really wants to get to know her. You know what I mean? So that's true. I'm very social. I mean, I will talk to a wall. I love chatting with people. I love finding out about them. I like telling stories about myself. AUS Fly Girl says some people aren't that social or are going through things, not to be taken personally. But it's almost everyone. Like I feel like I'm always asking people to do stuff, and it's just so different after the pandemic. Michael Riley says Monica's going to help somebody. Monica's going to help somebody. Why not just do it? Oh, that's nice. So just do it because it helps that girl get out. Yes, Margaret, if you were in Pearland, I would absolutely go walking with you after I get my bunion fixed. Margaret says, I love walking. I wish I had people to walk with. And I've literally posted in like the Talk of Pearland type things like, "Hey, does anyone want to go on a walk?" or with my friends. It's just like, it just always dies out. I'm always 100% of the time, it's like 10% of the same people that are the ones to ask someone to do stuff. It's not a negative thing. It just means those are the kind of, I'm always the one asking. And it's sometimes you just want to be invited. You know what I mean? So give us your advice, whether you're listening live or in the replay. Put it in comments for Monica. Help her out. Maybe you'll give her some advice that she will take, because clearly she's not going to take mine if I just tell her to be honest. Deja Monet says, just be honest, but you can be gentle. Explain that it's your time to reset or recharge. That's a good way. But I would feel upset if that person didn't make another offer to do something else. You know what I mean? Wait, what? Wait, is this Monica? MRL. Wait, is this Monica? MRL says, I buy my eggs and goat milk from her weekly, and that takes an hour every week each time. Oh, you're already hanging out with her for an hour? Why does it take an hour to buy eggs and milk? Oh my gosh. Charlie Charles says, "No, Sarah, that's too many maybes when you know they are ignoring you." Yeah, that's true. I know. Run, she won't catch up. Oh, Nick James says, "Up your ante and do 2 walks. Go with her and 1 without her." That's a good idea, Nick James. That's a good way to say it. Michael Riley says, "I'd invite you to the house, Sarah, when my manicurist comes." Oh my God, the way I would sit and chat with you when your manicurist is there. And I would also ask her, "Hey, can you do my toes afterwards?" Jordy says, "I would run out the back door, hop over the gate, and walk at 3 a.m. to avoid that lady." Wait, why? Are you talking about someone else? Did I miss a comment? Oh my gosh. Bravo and Stone says, "I love to pretend that I'm on a call with a friend in distress." Oh my gosh. Me too. Dana Maria says, "I'm always the friends organizer." Me too. I feel like that. And then I think I got my feelings hurt after the pandemic. I feel like so many people just say no. Even when I do these Houston area chumpette things, I feel like so many people will DM me like, "Oh, when's your next whatever?" And then I'll host one and they don't come. And I'm like, "Well, I know you live here and I know you know about them, and then you don't even come." It is. AUS Fly Girl says, "I do think it's important to socialize. I'm trying more." Yeah. And it is just hard. Oh, she's chatty, Monica. Is that you, Monica? Is MRL Monica? Did she answer me? Oh, it is her. It is her. Okay. Shout out. Rita May says, "Sarah, I thought when the shows were filming, the people weren't alone." Wait, I'm missing what you're chatting about. I don't know what you're chatting about. The people weren't alone. Oh, Rita, you have to tell me what you're talking about because I think I'm missing something. Oh, hey, Annie. How are you, Annie? She's late, but you look amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you, girlfriend. Oh, that's so easier than said. Easier said than done, Katrina. At this age, we can't get our feelings hurt. Just pick up and go on. I don't know. Yeah. I would love to say that, but allowed to go on Jeff's show. Right. Like Bravo, especially because they don't want Jeff asking questions. They don't want the housewife to accidentally slip. But I do think sometimes they've been filming and they've been able to go on other shows and podcasts. I think Jeff, they know, is kind of a wild card. You know what I mean? Yes, we did. Anna, go back and look at the beginning. She said, "If we discussed the new shows Bravo announced?" Yes, we did. We gave a big overview of them and chatted about what we think about them. Okay. So keep giving us Monica advice. She needs it. Thank you, Katrina. She says, "Just call me, Sarah. I won't hurt your feelings." Thank you. Sadly, too many people that I thought were nice chumpettes have hurt my feelings, but they weren't real friends, right? They weren't real. Anyways. Deja Mono says, "Monica, I feel you. I'm an extroverted introvert, socializing and fine, but once I hit my limit, I need my alone time." I don't need hardly any alone time. I get it just because my 5 kids are in school, right? But and my husband's at work, but I love doing stuff with people. But I do kind of like watching TV alone. I figure that's my time because I want to focus and listen to it. Jordy says, "I have to have quiet time. I can't deal with all that small talk about nothing." I love small talk about nothing. I'm getting a pedicure, lunch, anythings. Wait, what? Charlie Charles, is this Michael Riley the same Michael who's Jeff's friends? No, are you talking about Michael Hitchcock? No. But I think Michael Hitchcock follows me on Instagram. I think. I don't know why I think that. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, look at me losing followers on Instagram. Gotta love that. I've been at like 29,000 for like a year. Like so crazy. And now it says 29.4. And I think it always said 29.5 or 6 even. Gotta love that. Let's see. Hitchcock. I feel like he follows me for some reason. I think he does. Anyways, he seems nice. Okay, Jackie Schimmel and Crystal Minkoff on the first hour talked about Doug. Brittany Haynes called in, basically saying how much fun they had, first of all, at Crystal's for lunch, but that Doug was so happy to go to Crystal's and basically to meet Rob Minkoff. So I thought that was cute. I still don't know what a crybaby is. I don't care what a crybaby is. I guess it's another thing similar to the La Boo Boo that Crystal, told us about a few weeks ago. She did give one to, Monroe, so she'll open that Monday whenever she comes back from Gage's house. Talked about NAD. So I guess Jeff is going to yesterday, so for a while, Jeff wasn't really updating us on medical stuff, and I kinda thought, "Oh, maybe he's kinda quieted down, like, he's not going to the doctor every single day." No, I think he is. I think he just wasn't telling us about it sometimes. So yesterday he went and did the PRP stem cells on his hair crown. He said he's done 4 now, so that's like $6,000 each. So $24,000 to get a little bit of a puffy hair. Today he's spending 3 hours getting an NAD IV. I guess it's something that helps your cells. Are we doing this? Like, what does 3 hours, I'm sure it's in LA, it costs a lot more. What would that cost? Does anyone know? Who has some rich friends? NAD IV price. Now, I'm gonna put Houston because I don't know how to gauge anything else. Oh, we come to your house, starting at 110. Oh, is it covered by insurance? I don't know, I can't. 189. Okay, so I mean, this is in Houston, so I'm sure Jeff is paying at least $1,000. But this is something they want like every month. If not, you got to do your own shots every day, right? Like, wow. Oh, and I've met Stu so many times. I never thought his hair looked like it was thinning, but the before and after that I did see, somebody sent it to me, had a before and after of some video he did. It did look good. But, he's only like, gosh, how old is Stu? Maybe 42, 43-ish, maybe? I forget how long Jeff and Stu have been. I think he was 40 the first birthday, so maybe he's 42-ish, 43-ish. But I thought he had great hair. I don't know. But if it was bothering him, then great. I hope he got it paid for or highly compensated for doing that because I hear it's very painful and very expensive. Michael Riley says Stu already did his hair. He beat Jeff. Yes, Yvonne Gal, yes. Yeah, hair transplant, like definitely. Definitely. Nick James says, I want the affordable shot. I know they say the pills are not as good as the shots, but they still have to be good, right? I mean, I guess I've seen NAD gummies. I've seen people talk about shots and pills. I do think there's things that are more efficient. That's why I get confused about like all these vitamins and minerals and like, does it get absorbed? Does it not? Do you have to eat with it? Is it in a gummy? Like, I don't know. Oh goodness, Bravo and Stone said I had enough of my neighbors during the bunco days. I was never with 5 kids. I never could commit to once a month of bunco. Not that I don't think I was asked, but anyways, I was always a bunco sub. I was always the sub. But I never felt like I fit in, probably because I didn't go every month, and everyone drinks and I don't really drink. And I felt like, even though I don't think I care and I'm happy to be a designated driver, obviously, and I don't think I'm judgy at all about drinking, I feel like other moms felt judged if there was somebody like me not drinking at a bunco event or a mom's night out. And I'm like, get over here. Like, it's not that dramatic, lady. But anyways, Charlie says Stu posted a before and after. He definitely was losing a lot of hair. I mean, I don't know. I think it was still hot. Yeah, Mayboo says there comes a time when you can't fight the aging process or you'll end up looking like a cat or a robot. I do think it's preventative though, and I do think like I would never do Botox, just the time and the money and the whatever, but I do think it'd be nice if I didn't have, the wrinkles and what have you, but anyways, do I care to go do NAD? And no, I've got terrible veins. Like, can't imagine them sticking me all the time. Now a shot, I do once a week, but that's a lot for me. Like I can't deal with this everyday shot for the NAD. just to, I guess it's giving them energy, but everyone I know that does this, that like Instagram or TikTokers, they also talk about like being on other drugs. And so I'm like, well, which one is helping you? Like, oh, I'm doing this for hair growth and this for energy, and I'm on a anti-anxiety, and I'm like, well, then how do you know which is making you feel good? Like, there's peptides, there's Ozempic, like, so confusing for sure. Um, Lisa says, I'm glad that I don't care about any surgeries to change myself. My daughter convinced me not to dye my hair anymore. So I'm a natural blonde, gray, silver haired birdie for my granddaughter, Harlow. Oh my God, I love that. What colors you used to dye your hair? Like blonde? Or you mean it's just, I mean, clearly. Oh my gosh, I should color my hair for the graduation this weekend. I can do that tonight. I can do that very quick at home. I've got the dye, I think. At least my roots would look better, right? I should do that. What is NAD? I don't know. Some cellular, it fixes your cells. It puts your cells back together. Your amino acids, maybe. What have I seen? Your something? I don't know. Oh, it was always blonde. Anyways, so they chat about that. I think Jackie Schimmel is the first one I heard talk about it. Doing the NAD, but Jeff is going to do this 3-hour long IV thing. I don't know. I feel like he's going to be sick tonight from it. Anyone doing this? No idea. The second hour was Carrie Lewis, straight from being rear-ended by this 26-year-old. I love that she was being very like sweet, that this girl like hit her like it's an accident, no matter if she was looking at her phone. You know, she's 26 years old. Her insurance is going to go up. So I don't want her to take advantage and be like, oh, now I'm injured, or oh, now my car, now my, I thought she was very momish about it. And also the karma of it all. Like, look, she's going to have 2 teenage drivers eventually, and she doesn't want somebody taking advantage of them or screaming at them, making them feel bad. You know what I mean? So, anyways, it was very interesting. Okay. What did y'all think of the Lake Tahoe trip and Christmas? So they've got this family trip that they did last year where all of them went to Lake Tahoe. Now, Jeff wasn't dating anyone last Christmas, so there was no guy to bring. Now he's very clearly not bringing Ty. And at that point, if they still keep dating, this is going to be about 14 months that they've been dating, about 10 months that they've been boyfriend and girlfriend, since February. So at some point, I do understand. I think it's because they live in 2 different states. I think Jeff is being very prioritizing of Monroe and his time and relationship and not putting someone in between that. And I think he's like, look, it's a big deal to bring Ty to this family trip and with my daughter and like all weekend and Christmas and all that. So I do understand that. But then I'm like, well, going forward, are you not wanting to have a serious relationship with him? Because I think most people after 14 months, they introduce the kids. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think? Is it a good thing or not? Will they be together at Christmas? I mean, I feel like they will. Liz says 2 things. I watched Watch What Happens Live last night, and Andy didn't ask Megan anything about Jeff. He just really complimented her about her sobriety and her successful career. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for the update. That's really nice. Nut Fam says a distant relationship is just a myth. Nick James says, I think the jury is still out if it'll be a long-term thing. Oh, wait, what? Why? Isn't it a good thing to have your cells better? Heather says Jeff should be careful of all the injections. At 55 years old, he's so physically vulnerable. Oh, well, I'm trying to think what he's done before. You know what? I wonder if I think when Jeff was dating Stu, I think they weren't on the 1 week on, 1 week off. I think that's when he would go to New York without Monroe. And then I think if Stu was there, I don't know, maybe he did Jeff ever go to New York? Did Jeff ever go on trips? Well, we know they went to Cabo together with Monroe, for spring break. You're right, I don't know where she's sleeping, in another bedroom, maybe with the nanny? I don't know. I don't even remember, it's like a blur, I don't does anyone remember that? I don't know. Oh, Stony. Jeff isn't planning because he knows there's a big chance they won't still be together at Christmas. Hmm. I'm just surprised. I mean, Jeff and Stu went full force, 1,000%, like no looking back. They were practically living together, vacationing together, all the things. It was very different than this relationship with Ty, but I do think it's very different that Jeff is very much making Monroe a priority. He said for years he made the mistake of not making her a priority, and now that he doesn't want to mess that up. He says their relationship is so much better. So, but I also think it's very different that he lives in Texas. You know what I mean? Wait, what? No, Jill Zarin. No, Megan Weaver was on Watch What Happens Live. Lisa. Bonnie says I worked hard for my wrinkles. Exactly. Lots of life experience on me too. Oh, but no, where did she sleep though? Like, you don't put an 8-year-old in their own hotel room. LTD says, I don't think Monroe was sleeping with Jeff when Stu was in the picture. I feel like she did though, but not every night like she is now, maybe like he said. I don't know. Okay, Monica, we got some more advice. Liz says, regarding walking alone, I'm the same way and need that alone time. I don't understand why your friends or neighbors wouldn't understand that. I mean, she just hasn't told her yet. Have you not answered her at all, Monica? I don't feel like she's answered her, which maybe no answer is an answer, right? Like Susan Powder not texting me back or calling. I'm like, I guess no answer is an answer. She never said she's not doing my podcast now. She never said she was backing out from the book club. She just never reached back out. Deja Monet says, hopefully this means Jeff is maturing and not having Monroe get attached to his boyfriends, especially when things are hot and cold or long distance. Yeah, for sure. Nabu says, my mom, because remember she lives in London, never brought boyfriends around me as a child. I didn't even know she dated. Respect for her for that. Yeah. Jordy says, why was Megan on Watch What Happens Live? What was she promoting? Her new podcast with her sister about addiction. So she was on last night, which is Wednesday. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Oh, I know. Lisa says, OMG. 1,000-Pound Sisters was epic. Everyone in the family was laughing so hard about Amy getting bit by the camel. But we now know she was actually bit pretty hard, right? Oh, Monica's just avoiding the topic. Well, I think your non-answer is an answer. Like if you wanted to go on a walk with her, then she would go. So I think you go on the walk and then you can be honest if she brings it up to you. If you go on the walk and she sees you, she has her answer. It might sting a little bit, but she has her answer, right? So wait, what? Monica's, I just smile and nod, but I bought a treadmill to avoid it all. No. Don't adjust your exercise routine because I love being out in the sunshine and the nature. That is so important. So buying a treadmill to avoid it all, no. Talk about not wanting any kind of drama. Boy, you literally bought a treadmill to avoid it? Oh, Mayboo says, unless you have an addiction, Megan's podcast is not relatable. Yeah, but sadly, so many people do have addictions. So I think it's probably relatable to a lot of people. And I don't know, I assume it's not just alcohol, right? I assume it's all sorts of addictions, food, drugs, sex, all sorts of addictions, I guess. Anyways. Oh, one of my daughters does this because she likes a certain neighborhood. She and her friend walk in. LTD says, drive somewhere and then go for a walk there. Yeah. Candace says, I pretend to be on a call when I see my chatty neighbor to avoid a walk and talk. I need the quiet time. I always have one AirPod in and I am either listening to music or a podcast. So even when a neighbor says hi to me, I do say hi, but if I want to talk, then I take it out because then that stops the thing. So Anyways, okay, so basically at the very end of the show, someone calls in and says, "Look, Bravo just released these 4 TV shows that are coming out, and none of them were flipping out 2.0. So what does that mean?" Basically, Jeff said, "I don't know how much I'm allowed to say here, but I'm gonna say I think there's very strong interest in a flipping out 2.0, but maybe, possibly, allegedly, SiriusXM is putting restrictions on filming, and maybe me doing a radio show for 2 hours 5 days a week is a very big part of my life now, and I would want all of that, and maybe some of the people aren't getting approved, maybe to be on camera or to be a part of that. I don't really know. I would love to see it happen sooner than later because they've still got to, film it, edit it, put it out. I mean, it's already May. Like, I don't remember even when Hollywood Houseflip was on last, but to me, it's never a good sign the longer you're off TV. It's kind of like Shaw's of Sunset. It just keeps getting delayed, and then I think the interest lowers. Oh, that's such a big question. Liz says, "Do you know what happened between Jeff and Megan to end their friendship?" Yes, I do. I've made so many videos about this and talked about it so much. But basically May 31st of last year, he feels like on the after show that she didn't defend him enough whenever somebody called in about Brandy and Julie. So that was just the final straw that broke the back, he said. But there's a lot more to it. Anyways. Well, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget, I won't be live tomorrow or Friday because I will be in Georgia and celebrating my daughter's college graduation. Have an awesome Mother's Day. I think I will see you Monday. I think I'll even be able to do my Royal Chumpette. Ask me anything on Sunday night on Instagram, but I will know a lot more and I will always update on my Instagram stories. So anyways, thank you so much for joining live. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being the best Chumpettes ever. Thank you for tapping the screen over on TikTok. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. I very much appreciate it. Much love and peace to all of you. Thank you, Dee, so much. Oh, allegedly maybe's in Georgia. Let me know if you're in Athens or Monroe. I'll be in Monroe also. Anyways, okay. Bye, Chumpettes.